What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys have been doing pretty fantastic. Actually, screw that. I hope you guys are doing very fantastic. This has been by far the busiest year for me. 2025 was fantastic, both for my business, DJ career, and my personal life. So I took a little brief hiatus on making YouTube videos, but I'm back with you guys. Wedding season is relatively officially over. I still have some gigs, but I have a lot more free time, so I'm gonna come at you guys with a bunch of cool videos. And personally to me, gig logs were just getting a little bit stale. You've seen one, you've probably seen them all. Now granted, I'll still be putting out gig logs in the future, but in my opinion, I was getting a little burnt out on them. What I'm gonna do with you guys over the next few months is just talk about what kind of gear I use and also how I kind of operate my DJ business. It took me a long time to become a career DJ, and to all of you DJs out there who are aspiring, just keep on the grind. Catching you guys up a little bit about what I've been up to now. This year, again, has been absolutely fantastic. I received Best DJ in Oregon by this magazine, Oregon Wedding Magazine. So being voted Best DJ in Oregon was super rad. It was through couples and also through vendors. It's pretty prestigious. I feel great. And yeah, one of the best achievements of my life so far. We bought a house back in last December of 2024. So we've been getting that into shape. It's pretty awesome. Dream home, and I'm paying for it all by DJing, which is pretty fantastic. Now that we're all caught up, let's get into the actual content of the video itself. What cameras do I use? Now, the very first camera that I bought, I still use today. I bought it used on Facebook Marketplace, and that is going to be the GoPro Hero 11 Black. I believe I picked this bad boy up for like 200 bucks. And what I do is I'll put this guy on a tall tripod that I bought off Amazon for like 80 bucks, post it up behind me, I'll press record, and then it'll capture pretty much just the dance floor. Sometimes I'll get the grand entrance or a special occasion, but pretty much all this guy is used for is dance floor content. All of my gig logs I've used this GoPro with, and you guys can go back on my further videos. Here's a little bit of B-roll to show you what the actual video looks like. Yes, there's newer versions of this bad boy around, but this one, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Still use this. Now let's get into the specifics of this little guy. The GoPro Hero 11 Black's main specs included 27 megapixel sensor. Now I believe this is for the actual camera, which I don't use. I just capture video with this guy. And the video capabilities up to 5.3K, and it also has this hyper smooth stabilization. So you can be traveling around with it, walking, going down the street, whatever it is. But once you set it up behind you, even if it gets knocked into, it's gonna have a nice stable flow. Most of you guys should know what that is. On the back, there is a 2.27-inch rear LCD touchscreen. It is waterproof, not that DJs or I personally would ever sink it underwater. And what I really enjoy about this is I can actually link it to my phone's Bluetooth, download the GoPro app, and see what the camera is seeing on my actual phone. So if I need to turn it on, I don't have to pull it back down. I can just set it, forget it, and then use my phone as a remote control access to start and stop video, which I do pretty much at every event that I do. Now, one of my least favorite things about this camera is the battery pretty much sucks. So they last for about an hour of actually recording video. So I highly recommend if you're going to use one of these, plug it into a power source, run a long power cord up to the camera, boom, you can record for hours until your SD card fills up. So if you're looking for your first camera to actually record your content, I would say the cheapest and easiest way to go is the GoPro. The next camera that I use to capture content with is the one that I'm shooting this video with right now. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket Spot 3. Super, super awesome camera. This bad boy is so versatile. Now I don't get like long video formats with this camera. It's mainly just talking head stuff. The cool thing about this Osmo Pocket Spot is it has a built-in gimbal, which gives you extremely great stabilization. The last thing I need is a complicated camera with 50 different buttons and features, which I find to be too damn overwhelming. I want all my cameras to be basic, simple, and least complicated to use as possible. It's just not something that I have time for or very much passion for is shooting and editing video, so as quick and easy as possible is the way to go for me. Another cool thing about this Pocket 3 is that it's pretty rad in low light situations. I'll hand it off to my assistant, he'll go capture some content of the dance floor, me DJing, things like that, and the video is pretty damn rad. The internal microphone, it's okay. I also use this camera while I'm doing Zoom calls. I'll hook it up to my MacBook, use it as the primary camera while I'm doing video calls, and as you can see behind me, it's pretty good. Again, great in low light situations. It shoots up to 4K at 120 FPS. frames per second, and capture high resolution stills at 9.4 megapixels. I wouldn't be using this camera to take pictures personally, but if you wanted to, go for it. I'm just going to say you have a much better camera on whatever phone's in your pocket. This camera also has a 2-inch LCD screen on the back so you can see what you're doing, run through the details, run through the settings. It's pretty rad. And the last camera that I'm going to show you guys is my favorite one. I recommend every paid DJ or even DJ that's aspiring to be paid get one of these. It is the Insta360 X5. Now this is a 360 camera, which means it's going to capture video or picture all the way around the room, kind of like a sphere. Now what I do is I mount this camera at the corner of my DJ booth, turn it on right when I start the dance floor, and then I just forget it. And it's gonna capture me, it's gonna capture the people dancing, everything around. And again, you just edit and post to see which angle you wanna be pointing to. Now I have the X5 model, which is the newest and latest one. And I do recommend if you're gonna go get one, get this one. The video in low light is really cool. It has this mode called Pure Video, shoots great in low light situations. But mainly what I really love about it is the internal microphone. I used to have the X3 and it was absolute trash. I'd go to upload or create a video and I'd find out that it sounds like shit, so I couldn't use that video. Since I've upgraded to the X5, pretty damn much, 99% of all the audio is usable. It really is a set it and forget it type of camera. It'll get you mixing, the crowd dancing, and everything in between. The hard part is learning to edit the 360 camera in post-production. Now you do have to use the Insta360 editing software, which is free by the way, and I'm not gonna lie, it took me quite a few hours to get comfortable with. But now that I do know how to edit this video in the 360 software, it's easy. You just gotta learn how to run through the gears, but once you do, you're gonna be floating down the highway at 90 miles an hour. The battery life kinda sucks as well. Just like the GoPro, it lasts for about an hour, so anytime that I'm using this camera for longer videos, like full dance floors up to 2-3 hours, I'm gonna plug it in to external power. Usually I'll just have a power strip inside my DJ booth, I'll run a USB-C out of it, and boom, plug into that and you can go pretty much all night. I've been using the Insta360 for about 2 years now. Again, I started with the X3, which was good, it got me going, and then I upgraded to the X5 when it came out, probably around like a year ago. And just this year alone, I've gotten at least 50 different inquiries from couples reaching out, wanting to book me because they found my content on TikTok or Instagram. The X5 360 camera is the way to go. It's the king of all cameras for what we do. Now, you have all this footage, you want to edit it. This is the hardest part in my opinion. I first started off editing video in iMovie. It was basic, it was free, but you know, it was limited. There's only so much you can do. Then I moved up to Final Cut Pro for a little while. I was feeling overwhelmed. I talked with my buddy DJI Kevin and started Adobe Premiere. That was even a bigger can of worms. I was getting really confused and frustrated, to be honest. And then the heavens opened up, CapCut Pro on desktop. Now, CapCut is such an easy program to use. It's like 20 bucks a month, but if you learn it on desktop, it has everything there, and it's basically just video editing made for dummies. There is a learning curve, sure, but any form of content creating, you're going to have to put in the work and learn the process. Again, I've watched YouTube videos on how to learn, and I'm really glad I did. Those are the cameras that I use. GoPro, DJI Osmo Pocket Spot 3, and then my absolute favorite, the Insta360 X5. Hopefully you guys learned something. I'm gonna have another video coming out next week. I had a company reach out to me and send me some free products, so what I'm gonna do is give you my unbiased opinion on said product. Stay tuned, it's good to see you guys. Hope you're crushing it. See you on the next one. Peace.